Hi everyone, my name is Kara Trippi and I am the Managing Director of Admissions for MBA programs. I want to first say I appreciate you joining me while you explore different options for your future. Like any good meeting, an agenda is important. We'll alternate between using Executive MBA and Working Professional MBA to describe the program. While these terms both refer to the same program, using both will help avoid confusion now that we offer 3 modules of our integrative management curriculum. The topics will include the Broad Advantage, so why the Broad College here at MSU, of course, academics and your student experience, return on investment, and then admission and tuition. So what is the Broad Advantage? Our professional MBA programs are designed for successful working professionals like yourself who pursue the degree on weekends or online while still working full-time, managing their busy lives. Maybe you have children, maybe you travel quite frequently for your job or work different wonky hours. We have MBA offerings that fit your need and flexibility. Now, we do have a really rich heritage. We are the oldest public executive MBA program in the country, founded in 1964. Our program has broad-based academic courses in all fields, including finance, management, supply chain. You are not taking a concentration-based course, so to say, like you would in the full-time MBA. So our program is a program in integrative management. We have a unique perspective on collaboration. Your classmates will bring professional experience to the classroom discussion to engage in that rich, robust conversation. We do offer a convenient schedule with in-person and, like I said, online modalities. You will choose your format that fits your needs, and we'll go over what those modalities and formats look like on the next slide. And then you will be able to engage in different networking opportunities outside of the classroom. So coming in fall 2026, we will have 3 program modalities. Our application is open now, but which is the right fit for you? The program is a total of 19 months for our traditional and hybrid EMBA. And then for our professional online format, students can complete the degree in either 19 months or 28 months, depending upon the amount of courses they take in a module. For the traditional and hybrid, courses spanned 8-week modules. During the in-person format, so in-person class weekend, students meet on Friday from 6 p.m. till 10 p.m. with dinner starting at 5, and on Saturday, classes from 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. with breakfast and lunch in between. Traditional students who meet every other weekend fully in person always meet in Troy. And then our hybrid students meet once a month in East Lansing, and their second lecture that month is done asynchronously. For the professional online MBA format, all courses are completed asynchronously with an optional weekly sync session per course with the faculty and class network. Courses are completed in 7-week modules opposed to the 8-week modules. Regardless of the format, students engage in a mandatory orientation to kick off the program, and then the traditional and hybrid format partake in 2 residencies, while the online format does not have a residency requirement. As I stated earlier, this is not a specialized degree, but a focus on many aspects of business. We want you to understand the language from many different subsets. Your classes will be labeled as PIM, P-I-M, standing for a Program in Integrative Management. We really look for students to come into the program with an open mind. If you come in only focused on one aspect, you might not receive everything you're looking to get out of the program. We focus on key elements like critical thinking, problem solving, global perspective, and enterprise leadership. In addition to academics, our faculty members really try to mend the bridge between the what and the why with real-world application. Since we are a Big Ten research-based institution, many of our faculty are full-time and tenured. Additionally, our faculty also have experience in industry, which only leverages the knowledge in the classroom. Now, a lot of times we get asked what the profile is for our cohort. And again, these are just averages, so don't self-select out of the program if you don't fit into these averages. Let me make that decision for you. But an average student in our traditional and hybrid format typically has 13 years of professional work experience. This could include military service, non-traditional pathways. Again, we see students from all different backgrounds. On average, we see students typically have about 4 years of managerial experience. This could be management of projects or people. And then we see students, again, from all different companies. For the class of 2027, so the class that just entered this fall of 2025, 55 unique companies were represented, ranging from nonprofits to Fortune 500. So again, a lot of really great discussions happen in that cohort. Now, since this is our first cohort that will start in fall of 2026 for the professional online MBA, we don't have average candidate statistics yet. However, we encourage anyone with a bachelor's degree and relevant work experience to apply. Now, with your traditional and hybrid cohort, we will break you into teams of 4 to 6 individuals. We like to say the secret sauce of our programs is in the student cohort, again, because that's why you're doing the MBA. These teams are diverse in job function, years of experience, geographical location. We spend a lot of time designing the teams. We believe, regardless of the format, you're not going through the program to learn the material you already know, but to challenge yourself and build relationships for life. About 30% of your classwork, regardless of the modality that you choose, will be done with your peers. Online MBA students collaborate through a variety of digital tools, allowing them to work together without being online at the same time. Now, this flexible approach is essential for students who are balancing school with demanding careers and personal lives. Instead of live meetings, collaboration happens through a mix of written, audio, and video communication. So still that collaboration piece is there, just in a different approach. An added value to the MBA degree outside of the classroom is the Broad Enterprise Leadership Academy. This is a diverse, integrative set of experiences and resources designed to develop leaders who can make an immediate and sustained impact on their organization and community. The Academy spans the program and incorporates creation of a professional development plan, a 360 leadership investment, career coaching, and a C-suite speaker series. Now, whether you are doing the traditional or hybrid format or online MBA, we do have the opportunity for all of our professional MBA students to engage in the Enterprise Leadership Academy. Our students also gain a diverse perspective from our international focus with something we call the global marketplace. For the global marketplace, there are typically 2 international locations and 1 domestic. The common element of these trips are hands-on learning. During this week-long residency, students visit different companies to learn about the global strategy and economy. So this could be mom and pop shops, this could be multi-billion-dollar organizations. Students also develop their cultural intelligence as well. For our traditional and hybrid students, all costs associated with the global marketplace are included in your tuition except your flight. And then online MBA students have the option to pursue the global marketplace residency and pay out of pocket for those fees associated. Now, we visit different countries every year. In the past, we've gone to Singapore, Vietnam, Costa Rica, Panama, South Korea, Taiwan. This year, we are going to Dubai and Mumbai, and then Santiago and Lima. So lots of good different options. Typically, we try to choose 2 different geographical locations of the world. So a good, easy way to explore the world without any risk to safety or comfort. Now, we wouldn't be an MBA program if we did not discuss personal and professional career development. The Russell Palmer Center for Career Management helps our students with resume review, networking, recruitment, anything career management related. They have you handled. However, only about 25% of our students completing the program say they'll be looking for a completely new job after graduation. So I call that a dramatic career pivot. However, you never know when you might get a call from a recruiter, a colleague, a cohort member, and wish you had updated your resume. In admissions, we see really poor resumes, even from our executive students. So we highly encourage all of our students engage with the Palmer Center or take advantage of one of their digital resources at least once during their time through the MBA. One of the biggest advantages coming out of the program is our powerful alumni network. We like to say we have the largest number of executive MBA network due to the number of students that graduate from our program and the length of time we have been offering it. Our staff help make connections to past alums, people like Gloria Trothan, Vehicle Programs Director at Ford, on the screen before you. So if you have an interest in being connected to somebody like Gloria or somebody in your field, please send me an email and we'd be happy to make that connection. Now, our alumni are everywhere. So you might be thinking, what kind of companies do our students work at? Or what kind of companies could I talk to an alum at? And we don't just throw these logos up at the screen because we think you'll recognize them. These are the companies our current alumni are actively working in. So this is not an inclusive or exclusive list, but you can see there is not just one industry or sector that our students continue to grow up that C-suite ladder in. They are everywhere. Now, you aren't thinking about getting an MBA just for the piece of paper, so let's see what it's done for our recent grads. In data points, overall, we are a top-ranked program. We like to talk about our Financial Times ranking because it ties into our alumni career growth. Financial Times evaluates programs by salary change 3 years post-graduation. We constantly see our students doing well with promotions and salary increases. If you have more questions about ranks, you can find that on our website and you can understand how these programs are ranked and what the ranking metric is. Now, we do survey our current students and alumni. They tell us long-term benefits that they receive from the degree include obviously a deeper knowledge, building lifelong connections, changing directions in their career, a global perspective, and a deeper dive of understanding. So I like to say these are more qualitative benefits than the quantitative. The quantitative benefits include promotion during the program, increase of salary, if students would recommend the program after they complete it. And we do our own internal surveys and compare them against the Executive MBA Council, which measures all EMBA and professional programs across the country. Typically, we were at or above the national average for salary change when entering the program upon exiting. And then again, Broad is just a special place to be. I like to say you get the best of both worlds with a more boutique MBA experience in a Big Ten setting. We really do get to know the majority of our students extremely well, and then you get that time to connect with your colleagues. Now, moving on to admissions and tuition, you might think, wow, this sounds good. Am I an eligible candidate and can I afford this program? We want to invest as much as possible into your success. So we look for students who are looking to invest in the program. We do expect a lot from our students since this is an MBA program. It is challenging. If it wasn't, everybody would have a MBA. So we want to make sure that you have a strong work ethic, that you are team-oriented, that you have intellectual curiosity, you demonstrate the ability to manage your schedule, and these are all things that we'll look for within the application. Again, for more quantitative admissions criteria, we do look for professional work experience in both our traditional and hybrid models. For our traditional and hybrid models, we want to see at least 5 years of professional work experience after undergraduate completion. If you have less than 5 years of professional work experience and you want that traditional hybrid modality, please reach out to us with your resume so we can review that work experience and see if it matches with other students that we have admitted. We need to see an accredited bachelor's degree. So if you're unsure about your accreditation, or maybe you did a 3-year degree and you are from Canada, definitely reach out to us and we'll make sure that degree is accredited. We do not require the GMAT or GRE or any other standardized test, so you do not need to include that within your application. For the online professional degree, we want to see relevant work experience. We leave that a little bit open-ended because the way that the program works is a little bit different than the traditional and hybrid format, just because the courses are asynchronous. There's not that team component. And then we don't have a requirement for prerequisite courses, but we want to see that you have an understanding of quantitative methods, especially because this is fully online. We want to make sure that you will not struggle with college algebra. Again, a bachelor's degree and no standardized test requirement. Now, if you are interested in applying, you will complete the application found on our website. We do need 2 professional recommendations. The recommendation form, it's not a letter, it's a form, comes from us via email linked to your recommender. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes to complete. We also require 2 thoughtful essays. We don't have a word count, but the essay should not just repeat your resume. We do need official transcripts of your undergraduate degree, and this needs to be sent to the MSU Office of Admissions. If you have a degree from an international location, that's absolutely okay, but it can take some time to get that degree and those transcripts. So please be sure to leave more than enough time for us to evaluate that. Finally, an interview will need to be arranged with the admissions team, and we will connect with you about that interview. When submitting your application, you'll want to select the correct major preference within the application that aligns with your desired modality. For traditional and hybrid, you'll select PIM Executive MBA. For the online modality, you will select PIM Professional Online MBA. So tuition is a question we're asked very frequently, and we're very transparent about it. Tuition is voted on by the Board of Trustees in August. So the numbers currently are the tuition that the Board of Trustees just voted upon. For traditional and hybrid, the total cost of investment is $89,000, and that's paid over 5 semesters for 3 calendar years. So if you are, let's say, receiving corporate sponsorship from your company, you can get that sponsorship for 3 years opposed to 2, even though the program's 19 months. For the online modality, we pay by credit, so it's not block tuition, and the credit hour is 1,500, which equates to 63,000 for the total investment. Unlike the full-time MBA program, scholarships and fellowships are not offered. However, we encourage students to seek financial aid, so complete the FAFSA. About 75% of our students do receive some sort of federal funding. You can explore external and MSU graduate school scholarships. So yes, the MSU graduate school does have a scholarship portal and our students apply to those scholarships. And then I mentioned corporate funding. So it might not be a lot every year, but that tends to add up when you're looking to pay for your MBA. The differences between the traditional hybrid and professional online MBA is the traditional hybrid is really meant for students looking to engage in the classroom. Now we include fees, books, meals, required hotel stays for the residencies, access to many different resources like integrative sessions. Whereas the online MBA, you're not engaging on campus, which reduces the cost of degree. Now we do have a modified rolling admissions process. Some of you have started your application, which is great, but the admissions committee cannot make an admissions decision until all admissions requirements have been submitted. Decisions are typically released 2 weeks after the deadline. So our first deadline coming up is October 13th. If you start your application and you don't submit by that day, that is okay. You will be looped down to round one, which is a January 5th deadline, and so on and so forth. Please note that the final submission for applicants with international transcripts is May 4th because we do need time to process those transcripts. You are welcome to send anybody on the admissions team your resume so we can review your experience and see if you're the right fit for the program. I encourage you to email mba@msu.edu. I also would love for you to stay connected with us throughout your academic journey in case there are any questions that come up. We are really easy to access. And with that, I say thank you and go green.